Very beautiful Monday evening to you. Welcome to Safe Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This is a program where we get to talk about blood and blood donation and, of course, blood components. We have been talking a whole lot. Today is the 10th edition of the program. So if you haven't listened all this while, you've missed. But we'll try as much as possible to make sure that we answer all of those pressing questions that you may have or concerns you may have about blood and blood donation, and indeed voluntary blood donation. So today on the program, if you remember, yesterday was Mothering Sunday, but we've been celebrating the International Women's Day, and the theme for this year is Inspire Inclusion, which is going to form a part of the topic for today. Today we're discussing Inspire Inclusion in blood donation, and I have a guest in the studio. I have Rofiat Akinyemi. She's from the National Youth Council of Nigeria. Good evening. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, ma'am.
To the mic.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, we're still celebrating International Women's Day, so.
Very well.
All right, so welcome to the show. And of course, I have Mr. Oluwole, Olatubi, Head of Programs, Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am, and welcome. And thank you, Lagosians, for having us, for listening to us, tuning to your favorite traffic radio station.
All right. Okay, so ladies first. Let me start with you, Rofiat. Now, we know that women can also donate blood, and so I would love for you to share your experience with us when it comes to blood donation. Have you donated? How long have you been donating? And what has your experience been?
Okay, saying women don't donate blood, I would say it's a fallacy. Because as a lady, as a youth, and as a woman, I donate blood.
Okay.
And as a lawyer, I'm a good influencer. I'm a donor. I influence communities.
Okay.
I influence my friends, my family, even my colleagues. Last year in September, as the legal advisor, Youth Council Lagos State, I organized Lagos Youth and the Law, and I merged blood drive to it. So at that venue, we have lawyers who donate blood, and we have youths.
Okay.
We even have women who donate blood.
Okay, so how long have you been a voluntary blood donor?
Okay, I would say as a voluntary blood donor, 2 years.
Okay.
But an influencer, 3 years.
3 years. Okay. So, have you encountered any challenge? Because I know that in certain religious circles, there's this not negativity, but concern about blood donation. What was that like for you?
Okay, the normal thing we usually hear is that when you donate blood, like the particular side of the Christian donor, when you donate blood, you are going against the doctrine of Jesus Christ. And to me, like what the Lagos State government do, they give them their rights to do that. But where that right is against going against someone's life, then that right will be withdrawn.
Okay.
Then in another case, as a Muslim too, saving life is like a 10-unit course. Yes. As a Muslim, because from what we know is that when you donate blood once, you are saving 3 lives. So impliedly, you are increasing our population, and you are reducing the death rate, even mortality rate as well. So then another thing as a Muslim too, donating blood too, even medically, it helps your health. Because blood is just like a crude oil, just like petrol in your body, just like diesel. So the more you donate, it's like you are trying to cleanse your system too.
Okay.
Then you empower yourself too.
Okay.
So looking at all those things, a lot of those should I say all those customs that donating blood is this no. I'll say they are fallacy.
Okay. How did you get into blood donation?
Okay. There's a particular event that occurred 3 years ago before I met a friend who told me about blood donation. It's a sad story, let me just say it. My sister-in-law gave birth in a particular hospital, a private hospital, at somewhere in Ikorodu. So I was there to visit, and she said, Auntie, you need to wait. I said, okay, let me sleep.
Okay.
Unfortunately for her, she was not tested. Her PCV was not checked before she was discharged. So when it was around 1 o'clock, she just starts. I don't even know how to describe a movement. So like when a fuel is about to finish in a generator, the way it sounds, that was just a movement. So we rushed out to the hospital. I was even scared. On checking our blood level, it was 6%.
Wow.
As at 1:30 a.m. So looking at that scenario, my brother was just like, we had to start running around, getting friends. Even I had to call friends, please help me to save a life. At 1 a.m. So that experience really dangered me and like inspired me. Like, if blood is that important in our body, then there's no crime in being an advocate. There's no crime in being a donor, influencing people to do the right thing to save lives.
Okay. Now, in your experience, if you can remember, can you take us through the processes you had to go through before donating?
Before donating?
Yes.
Okay, like firstly you visit a right center, then you visit Bagada and every other centers too.
Okay.
Then your PVC will be checked. Your PCV will be checked to check if you have if you are healthy, if you are fit to go through that process.
Okay.
It's a seamless process and it's not that stressful. So they will check that. After checking that, if your PCV, like I said, is not that okay, you will be advised to withdraw. You'll be advised to, probably they will give you medications that, okay, take this, take water, take that. The other thing is that they will check your BP. Yes, and once like that, when I went to a day like that, and I said, Alaja, your BP is so high. You can't just go through the process. So I had to go back home and work on my health. Okay. So I have that privilege of they will check that. Then after checking that, they will go through the normal process of putting you on bed, doing the normal processing. I'm not in that field, but I'm a lawyer, as they don't know. So they will check that. Then the blood will be screened as well to check if it's an healthy blood.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
To be screened for malaria and all other diseases, HIV, AIDS, and the likes.
Okay. Okay. So, with your experience in blood donation, at least 2 years, and as an influencer, 3 years, with your experience, how easy or difficult has it been for you to talk to other people, gather people, during a donor drive?
Let me say, it's been easy.
Okay.
Yes, it's in the sense that...
How do you convince your friends, for instance, and people, within your immediate community? Okay,
looking at my story that I narrated, every woman being always like, wow, how can blood be that important in the body? Okay. Because we all move around, you never know our status.
Yes.
So looking at that, it's even an advantage for you. If you go to any center, the fact that you are not able to donate blood, you have the privilege of checking the level of your blood, then even getting a doctor to advise you on your health if there's any health issue that you're having. So to me, my story one is like it's like a pointer for one to donate. Okay. Then another thing is that telling them the importance. If you donate blood once, you are saving 3 lives. So that's enough. That sounds like, I'm donating 1 blood, then I'm saving 3 lives. The other thing is that the fact that you are helping that person, you're also helping yourself. It's like you trying to remove something, because ordinarily our body produces blood every day. So then there are some people that ordinarily they usually have some illness. I have a friend like that. That anytime he's feeling headache, he's like I've not donated blood. And the moment he goes to the hospital, donate blood, he's healthy, he's fit again. So we have people like that.
So after donation, what happened to you? Now some people will say, after donating, I started feeling faint, started feeling tired. And what was your experience after you donated?
Well, after donating blood, I always follow the instruction.
Okay.
The instruction is that you need to relax, drink water and relax. And the next 5 minutes you're okay. So there is no, I don't think there's any, I've never feel any other side of it. The only thing is just relax. And when you are fit, the moment they check you that okay, you are fit for the process, automatically there won't be an issue.
Okay.
But where you refuse to follow that the instruction, like I just don't need, let me drink modes. So, then that means they're trying to aggravate many things.
Okay.
See about this notion that the moment I donate blood, I'm short of blood now. Let me put malt immediately. I know due to the nature of malt, gas and the likes, someone might show up depending on the body, the kind of the body. But now if you follow the instruction, there won't be any issue.
What about blood tonic?
Blood tonic is a good one too. It's a good one too, but not immediately after.
Not immediately
donation.
After. Okay.
Not immediately.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's still Safe Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We've been speaking with Rofiat Akinyemi, legal advisor for the National Youth Council of Nigeria, and she's been answering quite a number of questions concerning blood donation, her experiences, and her experience also as a woman. Now, looking at your religious inclination, were there any maybe bottlenecks to you donating blood?
As a Muslim, there's no bottleneck, except there is health factors. Probably one is having some health issue, like someone who is having cancer. Automatically, you can't donate.
Yes.
Someone who is old, beyond above 65 or 60, you can't donate blood. Okay. A pregnant woman who knows that she's not fit, she can't donate blood. A menstruating lady cannot donate blood. So, but Islamically, there is no bottleneck. Rather, there is encouragement.
Okay. All right, quickly, flash update. Earlier reported impediment at Fadeyi inward journey, Domolong Bridge on the BRT corridor is finally out of the road. We're currently experiencing fast vehicular movement along that axis, and we have traffic managers visibly on ground doing the needful. And looking through the live camera in the studio, Third Mainland Bridge is high influx, but still a good movement, especially for those who are coming from the island, connecting the mainland via Oworo and other parts of the metropolis. Still good movement. All right. New Garage is also good all the way to Odoyalaro Bridge, and the return journey also looking good. Bagada Express from Oworo inward Anthony via Bagada, and the return journey also looks very good right now. All right, quickly, let me switch gears to speak with the head programs at LSBTS, Mr. Olatubi. What are the limitations, or rather, what happens to the blood donator? I know we have talked about it before. We have said that, it's tested first, screened, and then every other process. Any other process that we need to be aware of? Because, some people have said, no, Joe, there must be something. No, Joe, there must be something else. So let's go through that process again so people will have a better understanding that, nothing else untoward happens to the blood donated.
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Yeah. So as she's rightly said, so once you donate your blood, the blood is screened for transfusion transmissible infections.
Yeah.
So once it's screened and it's okay, it is stored in the blood bank. Once it's stored in the blood bank, it stays there awaiting a doctor's request for transfusion. So the only thing that takes out of that blood bank where it's stored is a doctor making a request.
Okay, so only the doctor can make a request.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the only thing that is honored at the blood bank where it is stored.
Okay.
A doctor's request.
All right.
So on receipt of that doctor's request, then the blood is released to the doctor, to the hospital, not to the individual, to the hospital.
Okay.
Yes.
So
then every other blood that fails the screening test is discarded by LOMA. That's the Lagos State Waste Management Authority. They have a medical unit that discards
medical waste unit.
That discards medical waste.
Okay.
So we call them, they come and pick up the blood and they go and dispose of it.
Okay, so now there is this transition period from the blood bank to the hospital, where the doctor handles, it's handed over to the doctor. Now, that's time when he leaves the blood bank and transits to the doctor. That's period where no one else is watching. or supervising? What happens during that process?
So you must understand the request side. So the doctor makes a request. The hospital, that's the management of the hospital, makes arrangement to pick it up from the blood bank. Meanwhile, some of these blood banks are located in the hospital. So we have health attendants that go with this request, and the patients go to the blood bank, shows the request to the medical lab scientist on duty. She or he releases the blood to the hospital staff, and the hospital staff takes it straight to the theater where it is required.
Okay.
Yes. And then for intra-hospital transfers, we have hospital come to pick it up, and we also have logistics company that I told you if we find our program that will engage.
Yes.
So those are the only people that move, because blood has to be moved at a certain temperature. It's called, you have to maintain the cold chain. That's the temperature.
Okay.
So exactly. So you just don't move blood. It's moved. It has special boxes that are used to move the equipment so that they maintain the temperature of the blood. Yeah.
Okay. So it means that those who handle the pints, those who handle them they have a duty.
Exactly, they are. Yes, it's a duty. It's part of their duty to handle blood, to ensure that blood is transported in certain conditions.
Okay.
Yes, it's a highly regulated area, not just anybody.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to know, and the reason I asked that question is because you hear stories.
Yes.
And we've seen movies. I've seen a lot of
Nigerian movie or foreign, which of the movies? You have to be
not Nigerian movies, not Nigerian movies at all.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm asking, if these people who handle that period where it's transiting from the blood bank to the hospital, especially when it's or rather inter-hospital, and so it has to go out of that immediate environment to another hospital via a logistics person, or the people who are handling are certified, so they have been investigated to make sure that they owe it not just to themselves but to the person who is going to receive that blood. They owe that duty to that person to make sure that there's no form of contamination until it gets to the doctor.
Exactly. So we have this monitoring team. Remember, Dr. Samalori was here, the head of the monitoring team. So these are the things. So as a regulatory body, that's Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services, we put in all these standards, all these measures, and everybody in the whole chain has to adhere to. So anybody that doesn't adhere to it, that's the work of the monitoring and compliance unit to ensure compliance to everything, to every standard we've put. And everything we do is we follow the WHO standard, that's the World Health Organization standard, in ensuring service quality delivery. Yes.
So in your experience, have you, I don't know if you have spoken with anybody or communities or certain people, maybe from any walks of life, who have expressed some kind of reservation concerning blood donation or the limitations, especially when it comes to women donating blood. I know that a lot of times, especially when the person is married, she has to take permission from her husband before she goes to do that and all that. What are some of those incidents of limitations that you have come across when it has to do with women donating blood?
Okay, so I won't repeat what she said. She's talked about pregnancy. She talked about
experience.
Okay, my experience,
Yes.
right? So, okay, let me start with. So there's this thing now. A lot of women, you see them sporting tattoos.
Okay.
Exactly. So, women that have done tattoos can't donate blood at least for 6 months.
Okay.
So when you're trying to explain it to them, they're like, "No, you have a tattoo; it's visible." Or do you have tattoo anyway? They're like, "What's the
correlation
correlation of
between
tattoo and blood donation?" So that is one instance.
Okay.
Women asking permission from their husbands. I think women somehow understand that they have to donate blood. Next week we'll be talking about myths and facts about voluntary blood donation.
Okay.
Because a major user group for blood are pregnant women.
Okay.
Because it's one of the requirements that we should have. There should be blood available anytime they want to give birth because of anything that will arise.
Okay.
So they are very familiar with that process, that they have to donate blood. So I think it's them even telling their husbands that, they say we should come and donate blood. In fact, that practice has been stopped.
Okay.
Yes, because there was a court case that the whole idea is that it should not be a requirement to prevent people from accessing healthcare. Exactly. Exactly. Right. And the most important thing to note is that this, like she said, she was talking about our sister-in-law.
Yes.
The most blood takes a process. That's why we encourage people to make it a lifestyle, so that it is not when there's a need for blood. That's not when we start sourcing for blood. The blood already has to be available. That is why at LSBTS we're always doing advocacy. We're always going to churches, going to mosques, going to youth organizations to ensure that this, and there's no substitute for blood. We are the only supplier of blood, and there's nothing gratifying knowing that your blood can save 3 lives. That is part of our efforts to make sure that we get the most out of every unit of blood that we collect by breaking them into different components, into platelets, into fresh frozen plasma, and into whole blood, so that we can maximize what we get from the blood.
Okay.
So to our listeners out there, you see blood in the medical process, in the medical line that you donate in the hospital, doesn't end up on awesome places. It's a fully regulated environment. It's only used for medical purposes.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
And it's not taken anywhere.
It's not taken anywhere, ma. It's not the only place that is, and it's blood that is already that is not free from TTIs, from infection, and that one is taken by Loma and is incinerated. Yes.
All right. So for those who are listening, you have any question, we can take maybe 1 or 2 questions. Calls 0915-387-7127. Again, 0915-387-7127. You can put your calls through, or you can just send us a WhatsApp message that we can read in case you have any question before we end the program today. All right, so there is supposed to be a drive this month or next month for the Easter. Is there?
We have no drive yet.
Okay.
There is no drive yet.
I know the last one was for Valentine.
No, we've had drive. So the thing is, they keep coming.
Okay.
I will not be surprised if by the time I get to work tomorrow, because we're already actively engaging the different organizations that we work with, so they could say, okay, please, you can come in, we'll fix next week for you guys to come in. We put that on our calendar. But as of now, we don't have any
none yet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other information we need to let our listeners know about?
To join hands with us to save lives. The whole idea about people saving lives. We have this picture of Superman. You're a Superman, you're a Superwoman.
So anyone who donates blood is a superhero.
Is a superhero.
So
superheroes don't wear capes anymore.
Yeah.
They don't wear capes or masks anymore. I mean, you're a hero. Please come out. Please donate your blood. Feel free. Like she talked about it. It's an opportunity for you to even discover some things medically about yourself. Just come. Number one, make sure you are healthy first before you collect your blood. You have these questionnaires. We have this pre-counselor, post-counseling. So the whole process is all WHO. That's World Health Organization standard. So please feel free. Just come out and leave the rest for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right. Should I call you barrister now?
Yes.
All right. So do you have any final words of encouragement to women out there, especially women out there?
Okay. My word of encouragement is that if you are not a donor, you should be an influencer.
Okay.
You should be able to influence your family, your friend. Then aside from that, coming out to donate is like you helping yourself. Because if you're forced to eat healthy, If you know you are going to donate, like I need to eat healthy so that my blood will be healthy as well. Then you'll be able to do many things. So I want to beg everybody to just come out and save lives. Join us in the train. Join us in the move. Join us in increasing our population. Join us in reducing mortality rate through shortage of blood. And join us to build Lagos State.
Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much. And head programs, thank you very much for coming on the program as well.
You're welcome, ma. Thank you for having us. Yeah.
All right, so that's been our package on Safe Blood Arena today on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We've been speaking with Barrister Rofiat Akinyemi, legal advisor with the National Youth Council of Nigeria, and of course, NYC,
National Youth Council of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter.
National Health Council.
Youth Council.
That's what I thought that was what I said.
Lagos State Chapter.
Oh, Lagos State Chapter. Okay. So National Youth Council of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter. She's the legal advisor, and she's been with us on the program today alongside Mr. Oluwole, Olatubi, head programs, Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services. And we've been speaking on Inspire Inclusion in Blood Donation, answering different questions and trying to enlighten ourselves about voluntary blood donors. So if you can't donate, please be an influencer so you can put together a community of blood donors. All right, so you can get to know more about the agency, that's Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services, via Facebook, Lagos Blood Transfusion. That's their Facebook page, Lagos Blood Transfusion. And on Instagram is Lagos State Blood Transfusion. On X, which is formerly Twitter, is Lagos BTS. You can always send a WhatsApp message or text message to 0806 920 7914. Again, 0806 920 7914. And that's it for this week, for the program this week on Safe Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Dele Agadumo. Big thanks goes to Victor Terry and executive producer Tayo Akwali. Join us again next week, Thursday, for another edition of the program. God bless.